Hey, welcome back to my channel. Today is day 25 of my 30-day YouTube challenge. Yesterday for day 24, I uploaded something different. I had such a busy day. I've had such a busy week, actually. I didn't have the time to sit and make a talking head video like this. So I went into my camera and pulled out some of the B-roll footage that I had, stitched them together, and voiced over them. So what came out of that was some of my self-care ritual and me getting myself together for my work days. So I shared 3 days with you. I shared Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. The days were quite busy going to events and fitting in all the things I have to do in preparation for an event that I have coming up with my co-founder. At first, I was going to beat myself up about the video that I posted because I didn't have the time to sit and do one that I thought was appropriate. But then I reminded myself, no, 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 don't you even think about it. Give yourself a pat on the back instead, because I ensured that I had something to post, and what I had was just as meaningful as me sitting here talking to you. So that B roll that was on my camera that I stitched together was about my workday, my life, and how it progressed. I sped it up, voiced over it, and gave you some insight behind the scenes of what's been going on with me for the last few days. And that's good. And it reminded me that when I do start uploading a video every week, that I want to play around with the format and the delivery, that I don't always want to sit doing a talking head video like this behind with a background behind me like this, that gets pretty boring, at least for me. I love stimulation, and when I'm doing the same thing for too long, it tends to get a little mundane and I can lose inspiration. So I like to mix up my places and spaces, which is much more inspiring for me as someone who loves to create and someone who loves to support people. I have to support myself with the way that I work best. So yeah, that was that. Anyway, so on to video 25 today. I'm back sitting again. I got to kind of come off the hamster wheel that I was on this week, running around and around and around, which was productive. Got a lot done. A lot of things needed to be handled, and they got handled. And now I'm here taking care of other things. And so, what's been keeping me so busy this week? I am the co-founder of a company called Life in the Pause, which I co-founded with a friend. And together we've been putting on these events during World Menopause Month. So this year is our third event, the Life in the Pause Festival, that's happening in New York City on the 25th. So we've been busy getting that together. It's happening next Saturday. And so we are just 8 days away from that. So, of course, we had to line up speakers and sponsors, location, and all the things that goes with putting on an event. And so we're really excited about that. And then we partnered up with a movie called Wise Women, and they are having their screening on Thursday. So they're having like the red carpet and then the screening of the film and a Q&A after. And then they are going to be on a panel at our event as well on Saturday talking about the movie. So it's been busy. We've been humming. So just a little background story on how this event came to be. So in 2020, my business partner and I were working on a project, unrelated. And every Wednesday we met without fail. We were both talking about our menopausal experiences, what we were feeling, how we were feeling, why we were feeling, what other people are talking about, what they're not talking about, what resources we need, what resources we don't have. And after about a year of doing that, I remember one Wednesday going, we're onto something here, right? Like, we can't stop talking about this. It became very evident that we wanted and we were craving and yearning for community. We were yearning to be in a space with other women who were experiencing the same things like we were. We wanted to talk to others about, are you experiencing this and are you feeling this way? Because we didn't want to feel like our incidences were isolated and all in our heads, right? We've heard people say they feel like they're going crazy. And that's really because the body's changing, and then folks feel like they are the only person or the only ones experiencing what they are experiencing, when in fact, all the women who are going through menopause, or most of them, many of them are experiencing exactly what the other woman is experiencing. So we wanted to create a space where we could bring professionals together to talk about what's happening to our bodies during this time, to have resources, to be in community with each other. And so coincidentally, my co-founder had a website called Life in the Pause. And it was like, oh my God, that's it. And Life in the Pause was born. The goal of Life in the Pause is to transform the menopause and aging journey into empowered and celebrated experiences. And we do so by providing education, providing community, and providing celebration. All pillars we think are incredibly important in navigating this rite of passage as healthily as possible. The fact is that there is not enough education around menopause because prior to Gen Xers really coming out and opening their mouths, and of course, a few boomers, there wasn't much information being shared. And we can't blame our elders because they didn't know as well, and they were encouraged to keep their mouths closed. They also lived in shame and stigmas around menopause. And so Gen X sort of broke out of that and decided that we're not experiencing this time of our lives that way. Our entire body is changing and it feels very disconcerting, and we need help, we need support. And we can get support from each other, we can get support from professionals, we can get support from community, and we also get to celebrate ourselves and how far we've come. Everyone's experience is unique, but there are similarities in the experiences, whether it be hot flashes or night sweats or ear aches or burning mouth, loss of hair, dry eyes, dry skin, low libido, whatever. There are things that we can all say that we experience similarly to other women, right? Just it's just that the experience is not an identical experience. So there is no blueprint. Don't even look to your parents, don't even look to your mother, your sister, because your experience can be vastly different from theirs. So really get to know yourself, connect with yourself. And this is where education is important. It's important to be informed about all the options that are available, all the options, and there are many. And with that information, you are then able to make an informed decision for what's best for you, whether that's using HRT or choosing the natural route, whatever you decide, make sure that that decision is based on credible information, right? And that's what we strive to do. We also want to make sure that this information gets out to everyone and not just a select few people who are able to afford high ticket events where you have top doctors sharing information. No, we want to make sure that the information gets out to regular working women who have 9 to 5 jobs and their pockets aren't deep enough to afford some of the ticket prices that are out there. So this is why we created Life in the Pause. And so we are looking at not just menopause, but lifestyle. What does it take for women to grow older with vitality, right? What does it take for women to enjoy longevity if they are gifted longevity with vitality? And there are some women out there doing a fabulous job, and we are inspired by them. We are inspired by their example. We are inspired by their work and their existence. And we want to share that with other women who may be struggling with how they are feeling during this time because it's a lot. It can be very overwhelming. And when we face this alone, it can lead to illness, mental health issues. So community was the core reason we ran with Life in the Pause. And here we are, third year, making it happen. We're super excited. We have a lot in the pipeline in terms of creative things and creative endeavors that we want to bring to fruition next year. And we just keep experimenting. And as we navigate and figure things out, we switch and we pivot and we form new iterations of what we're doing. We tweak our goal, we tweak our mission, we do whatever tweaking needs to be done. So we have to be at this stage very flexible and very agile and very malleable because things happen, things pop up. There's been a huge change in the world this year here in this country, and that's affected our business and our ability to connect with potential sponsors and partners. And so, again, as a result, we've had to be agile and we've had to rethink some of the things that we wanted to do this year. So that's entrepreneurship and that's what comes with the territory. But in a nutshell, that's life in the pause and what we are bringing to the world and the impact that we are creating in a space that we literally exist in. So, what we are creating is not just something for other women, it's for us and other women because we needed what we created. And many women need what we created, and they get to be a part of it, and they get to be in community, and they get to address their concerns and their questions, and they get to have support from other women who are navigating the process with them. Yep. So that's life in the pause. I will certainly be coming back and sharing with you after the event how everything unfolded, all the excitement. I'll share some videos and I'll share my commentary on what I thought about it, what we gleaned from the whole situation, and how it turned out. In the meantime, we force nothing. We are just going with the flow. Who's to be there will be there. Who resonates with what we're doing and connect with what we're doing will be there. And we will have a grand time like we have had for the past 2 years. So that is part of the work that I do, and that's only part of the work that I do. And that's the work I do in partnership with my co-founder. She has her own individual work that she does, and I have my own individual strategic and slash consulting work that I do as well. So we both have things that we're doing, and then we come together to do and bring life in the pause to women who are growing older and who are experiencing the menopausal transition. Yeah. So that's my video for today. Just wanted to share a bit about my event that's coming up and the work that I'm putting in for it. It's right around the corner. Wish us luck, send us good energy for a successful day. And if by chance you are in New York City and you want to be a part of this event, head over to our website, lifeinthepause.com, and you can get tickets there. Bring your mama, bring your sister, bring your friend, bring your coworker, bring your peer, bring your daughter, bring your auntie, bring your cousin. Come on down and join us for a day of learning, community, and celebration. I will see you for video 26 tomorrow.